I wanted to use this quiet time to talk to you guys. I have got to work on my posture. Ooh. Hold on. My shoulders up, I look like a thumb, but my shoulders down, I'm packing some heat. Pew, pew. I know everybody's sick of me and my boobs, but I didn't know they were gonna do that. So by the time I get home after I take Styler to his ABA, it's about 11 a.m. and he is done at 3:30, which means I leave around 3. But my husband's picking him up today. Basically from 11 to 3, I get that free time, which is wonderful. But it's also just enough for me not to get like really deep into something that would require my attention. Like I was thinking about doing some gardening, but by the time I got all the supplies, got him here, working in the heat, it'd be time to go get him. So what I have been doing is stretching, mobility exercises, swimming, house chores. I've been listening to my music, and I'm just gonna build off that. I thought about it because a lot of people have asked me, are you gonna ever do another Ironman? You should get back into triathlon. I fell in love with it. I don't think I will ever not love it. But as far as physically competing with the race course, I'm gonna have to give myself a lot of time to train up for that. So Ironman races is basically the distance. You swim 2.4 miles. As soon as you get out of the water, you bike 112 miles. As soon as you get off the bike, you run 26.2 miles. Back to back to back. Your swim portion can be in the ocean or lake. Bike courses like mine, I did Ironman Boulder, Colorado. Every race course has its challenges. I trained about a year. You build up to it. You just don't go out balls to the wall, you'll die. You gotta work on nutrition, mental training, because that's a lot of time to be out there on the race course, beating your own ass, so you get stuck with some dark thoughts. So getting mentally prepared. Also, because if you think about it, if I get injured, I'm fucked. I don't have time for recovery. I don't have time to do a surgery and stay off my legs for 6 to 8 weeks. So I'm taking it very, very slow with the possible consideration that I might do a race again. The last race I was supposed to do was Ironman Lake Placid in New York. And my biggest regret is just not doing it. About a month before the race, my bike broke and Styler was not sleeping. And I was doing the training, but I was only in like 3 hours of sleep and massively depressed, and I didn't do the race. And I wish I would have thugged it out now, because although I probably wasn't physically top tier, it would have been cool just to finish it. It is what it is. So that's what I've been doing here. How are you? What are you up to? Also, I shared an older video and I am skinnier, and I didn't realize like the difference until people started commenting, oh my God, you've lost so much weight. You look so good. Oh my gosh, good for you. You finally lost that weight. And I'm like, it's an older video. I'm not tripping. I've definitely gained weight. I have lost my muscle tone and everything because I haven't been working out. I haven't been taking care of myself. I want to empower you if you're on the other side of the screen and you're like, man, I'm not at my best. I don't feel like I look good. I don't really want to post myself, but I wish I could just share. I wish I could just jump on and have a social life. Whenever you're at rock bottom, for example, and you look like shit and you post, it's only up from there. You know how I'm a sad sack of shit. Draw on my eyebrows. People are like, holy shit, you look good. Put on a pair of jeans. People are gonna be like, where are you going, fancy pants? So if you start low, just the littlest things, people think you're hot shit. I don't wanna be skinny. I'm not concerned about how I look for other people, because I want to be otherworldly and terrifying. I want people to say when I die, her reign of terror is over. I don't get my feelings hurt. Like, I know people mean well. I'm happy. I'm married. I've got everything I could ever want. I want to work out and be in great shape. So if I'm on top of a moving train having a sword fight, I'm gonna win that shit. I've accepted my weight gain. I accepted the journey of years of being sad. And I still have my moments. And honestly, if I did do endurance races, you know what's the best thing? Having fat, because you want to burn the fat before you burn your muscle. When you burn your muscle, that's fatigue. Oh, somebody else asked me if my hair is naturally curly. Yes, it is. Have you seen the picture of my dad's hair? Hold on, I think I have one. That's my mama and my daddy. He's always telling me, don't put me on that TikTok. So you can't tell him I showed you. If he finds out, it's not going to be just my ass. I'm going to come after yours next. He scares me. Both my parents do. When we lived in Massachusetts, I would take my son to his therapies and his ABA. After I would do that, I would go to the YMCA to work out because that was supposed to help me. But I would just get on the elliptical and cry. And I had just the special elliptical. I called it my crying elliptical. I did it so often that one time I didn't. And an older lady, a regular, came up to me and told me she was so proud of me that I didn't cry that day. Thank you, Margaret. Then it went downhill from there. I would take him to his school and I would just go to Chick-fil-A and eat and cry. But it was always deliciously sad. So I'm getting back after it, but very, very slowly. I think about it took me 7 years to get this low. Probably ought to allow myself a couple years to get better, and it's never just going to be linear. It's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows. I just got to get better about not staying in that dark pit. That dark pit we have turned into a platform together. My friends, my homies, my besties. It's important for me to recognize those blessings and praise those blessings, because this is what we prayed for. So I did that podcast with Talk to Me Sis, and one of the things was talking about working out and physical exercise and how that helps. And I wanted to piggyback off of that because I had the opportunity to go to the gym and I just couldn't get out of bed. That's how suffocating and heavy the depression can be and was. Whenever people are like, oh, working out is healthy, working out is good for you. Absolutely. You agree, I agree. But it doesn't mean that it's easy to get to. Going to the gym takes so much effort. And then when you're there, you can't even move. I've gone to the gym so many times and just sat in the locker room and cried and went back home. I went from being an Ironman, training at least 2 hours every day. On my long endurance days, they'd be 5 or 6 hours, doing 100-mile bike rides. I went from doing that to I can't get out of bed. I don't want to be alive. I'm so tired of watching my baby suffer. Now, with the right team in ABA, my son is regulated and he's happy. My daughter is happy. Because when he was going to school and he was hurting himself, he was hurting staff, he was hurting other children, I couldn't do anything because I was just walking around looking at my phone, just knowing they were going to call any second for right reasons. It was bad. If they say we can't take care of him or provide him an education, which they couldn't, they would have to pay for his out of placement. So every time I'd pick him up, they'd be like, we love having him, bring him back tomorrow. And I got to understanding and talking to you all that. That's usually how it goes. That's not right. I talked to him. I just said, what would you do if this was your kid? And they couldn't answer me. I was like, all right, it's time for us to bounce. That was difficult. And now he's in ABA. He's starting week 3. And this is the first time that once he's outside of the house in any kind of day program, I'm not like mentally consumed with him hurting people or him not being safe. And at school, that wasn't the case. People are like, oh, you got a good break when he went to school. No, the fuck I didn't. And I still have that. It's just much more manageable because he has 4 therapists to 1. I'm very blessed. I'm very blessed. And I'm so thankful. My husband and I are so thankful. Thank you for always thinking of both my babies. My family as a unit. I want you to know that we think and pray for you. There's not a lot we can do yet. It's coming. You can feel it. Like the change is coming. I feel so guilty now that I ever tried school, but I gotta get over that. You're in that pit. I was in that pit. You have to drag yourself up, grabbing to tree branches and rocks and crawling up. And sometimes you're just gonna plop right back down and just be like, this is where I'm living. I'm staying here. I'm so damn tired. And then the next day, you just keep showing up and you keep reaching out. And sometimes, like y'all, you reach your hand down in and you guys as a chain pull out together. Fuck. See, I always ruin everything. We lift each other up. You know what I mean? And I want to do that for you. We want to do that for you. I'm not any spokesperson. I'm not any one individual in this. This is a collective. I don't know why we chose here. Y'all need some fucking help. I hope you have a good day. Stay up, stay feral, stay blessed, and you guessed it. Fuck shit all the way up.